Hello and welcome to this video. I'm Lee, and in this video we will be discussing how to choose the right offers to promote. So please watch this video in its entirety and feel free to take any notes you require, but remember you can rewatch it as many times as is necessary. Once the video is complete, look beneath the video for any tools or references that have been mentioned. So let's begin. How to choose the right offers to promote. Choosing an offer to promote is one of the most important things you will do in your business. Effectively deciding on a specific offer will determine a lot of the outcomes further down the road. I like to compare choosing an offer to choosing a car. When you choose a car, you can find out in advance how well it accelerates, how economical it is, how reliable it is, based on specifications and reviews. It is then not a surprise to find out how well the car performs. Choosing an offer has some similarities. Fortunately, there are a number of variables we can check to assist us in making this decision. So, what should I promote? There are two routes that you can go down initially when deciding what to promote. The first path is all about you. In an ideal world, we all want to work in a business we love and enjoy. Therefore, it makes sense to investigate a route that makes sense to this end goal. Therefore, sit back and evaluate yourself. Is this something you love, have a passion for, or have sound knowledge of? Everyone has hobbies, skills, or interests that they are at least better than the next man at. The reason why this works is that if you have a high interest in something, you are less likely to lose interest in it. Perseverance is half the battle in making money online. We then take the interests and match it to a range of offers. Alternatively, you can choose to promote offers in areas where there is already a high demand, even if it appears to be a crowded market. There are a range of tried and tested evergreen niches that have such a large demand that they will never be oversaturated or have any serious barriers to entry. We are talking about health, which is expanding daily, and new research and the ever increasing life expectancy has a burden upon it. We have wealth, also rapidly increasing because of volatile job security. We have fitness. We have all become so lazy in the 21st century. And relationships, getting some, one, or keeping them. Because these niches are in such demand, there are plenty of amazing products that have been optimized to convert. We just have to market them correctly. So, you need to understand what your customer wants and needs. Once you've decided on what route you're going down and you've selected your niche, you have to then niche down. This is basically taking your niche, then funneling the interest down to something very specific. This is how we stand out from the rest. The best way to do this is to think about who your customers are and what their needs and wants are. There is no point in choosing health and thinking you're going to be super successful. But by possibly targeting diabetes, for example, in older women, you are zeroing in on an area of health affected by a fair proportion of people who require help and solutions. By doing this, we have additional information when we begin to assess our offers. So, what type of offers are there? On the face of it, when promoting online, there are four types of offers. These are physical products, digital products, there are CPA and CPL offers, and there are high ticket offers. So, physical products are products that we typically buy in shops or we receive in the mail. So, pretty much anything you can buy in a shop. So, you're thinking beauty products, clothes, electronics, entertainment, for example. We then got digital products, which include things like online courses, tutorials, guides, and ebooks. CPA offers stands for cost per action, but in this instance we're referring to cost per lead, which is CPL. These are offers by an advertiser who will pay you a commission for sending a lead their way. Finally, we've got high ticket offers, which can be pretty much anything, but we're talking about significantly more expensive items like vehicles, coaching, mentorship, or memberships. Okay? So, how to choose great products. Seems simple and obvious, but some people always get this wrong. Sure, if you have an audience and an awesome sales ability, you can sell ice to the Eskimos, as they say, but this isn't always the case. Stack the odds in your favor and select great offers. So here's what to look out for. First of all, choose offers that have already been successful. You do this by simply seeing how well it has sold. Look at the amount of units and the earnings per click. Now the earnings per click is how many viewers it took to complete one sale. Okay, so if the information is available, if something has sold well, it is likely to sell well for you. The vendor of the product will have optimized the sales page to make sure that it converts every single time or as many times as possible. The next thing to look at is who's actually selling it. Do they have a good reputation? Have they got a good track record in creating successful products? Check out the reviews and give them some consideration. But remember, negative reviews are not always genuine or fair. The best tip I have on checking reviews is to make sure there's a balance. If all the reviews are 10 out of 10, 100%, this is amazing, something probably isn't quite right. If there are some negative reviews, the foundation of the negative reviews can be born out of something stupid like someone's accent or something very specific that got on someone's nerves or wasn't quite right for them specifically. Right? If there is a balance, it means that the product is genuine and real and it will sell. Okay. Lastly, look for offers that are evergreen. This means that there's no expiry in its relevance or that it's linked to a specific date. Think about the outcome of the 2016 American election or a guide to the 2016 Olympics. These things will have peaked, whereas a guide to dealing and reducing the symptoms of diabetes, as we mentioned earlier, is an ongoing interest. Some products will have a shelf life from the vendor. For instance, they may have a product in 2016 and then a completely new and separate one that overtakes it in 2017. And as such, once the 2017 is launched, any support for the previous one is probably not going to be available. So take the opportunity to contact the vendors and ask them for some advice on promoting the offer. This way you'll find out whether they have decent support or not, and you never know, you may get some exclusive advice that will help you take your marketing to the next level. Because if you think about it, the vendor will want to maximize sales as it means more cash in their pocket. So the next thing to really consider is the sales page. Okay, so when choosing products, there's nothing more important than the sales page. This is going to persuade the customer to part with their own cash or not. So it's vitally important that you look and assess the sales pages. So when you're looking at offers, you will be able to find the sales page yourself and take a look. So how do you know if these are any good? So here are my tips. Initially, is it an attractive page? Does it have an attention-grabbing headline? These are the things that people will see first, and if they do not grab your attention, it's likely that you're not the only one. Okay, so it's vitally important that it grabs your attention, it's intriguing, if nothing else, because if it isn't, you're not going to continue watching or reading. Okay. The next thing to check out is the content. There will either be a combination of sales copy or a sales video. This is where they look to sell you. Think back to when we told you to consider the customer's needs, issues and wants. Does the page do a good job of conveying understanding and then give the customer the opportunity to attain the answer? It's also great to check out the sales page to see how they are selling it, to get some tips and some styles to use in your own marketing later down the line to ensure that there's consistency with the message. So we now need to consider the commissions. This is very important in selecting an offer. Commissions are the monetary remuneration that you will receive for promoting this offer. So this will vary depending on where you get your offer from. It may be fixed value for each sale, or it may be a percentage of the revenue you bring in. This is important because it gives you the chance to consider the money that you'll actually be making. If you're getting 10% of a $10 product, then you'll need to sell quite a lot. However, if the item is $250 and you get 10%, it starts to look quite good. Likewise, a lot of digital product vendors will give you 100% on the products, which sell for anywhere between $5 and $40, because they will be making money later down the line. Okay, what truly makes systems like this work on autopilot is when you get recurring commissions. This may be for an ongoing service or subscription. Think of this: you make one sale but continue to earn a commission each time the subscription is activated. This could be every single month. So where do you need to get the offers from? This can depend on your strategy and route you decide to take. Whilst realistically, the options are endless. Just Google your subject and the word affiliate and you will find different options. There are many affiliate networks out there that help make it so much easier. So below are a list of the best options to get started. Physical products. If this is what you want to go about, this is the easiest way to get started. Amazon, eBay, Rakuten. These are three massive companies, and they pretty much cover every physical item available. Plus, they are trusted companies that people buy from every single day. Let's face it, who hasn't heard of Amazon? Digital products now. Now we're talking about websites and companies called ClickBank, ClickSure, and JVZoo. These guys sell courses, guides, softwares. It's very easy to sign up for these networks. But some of the offers will require approval, as the vendors want to know about who you are and the quality of the traffic that you're sending. But ClickBank particularly have a lot of offers where you can sign up and you can start promoting straight away. So it's a brilliant place to start with digital products. Then we've got CPA offers. We've got places like Peerfly, CPA Lead, Max Bounty. This is not the full list by any means. Most CPA networks have copious amount of offers on all kinds of niches, and they are optimized to convert very, very well. However, gaining acceptance to some of these networks can be a little bit more tricky, and you will need to discuss what you're going to be doing with the network to get some of those offers. But it's definitely worth a try because they can be very rewarding. So, in conclusion, choosing the right products to promote is essential, and it can be the difference between lots of commissions and none. Simple as that. So remember, do your research, choose an offer that targets something specific, that is successful, sells itself, is current, and pays you fairly. So thanks for watching this video to the very end. I hope you found it informative and interesting. Remember, if you take even one thing from anything, it has been immensely valuable. Do not forget that any tools and references mentioned can be found beneath this video. Thanks again. Remember, take action. This is Lee signing off.